Hey loves, today's video is all about blogging. I get a lot of emails from girls asking me different questions about blogging, whether it's how to start a blog, how to make theirs better, how to build a following, get more of a presence online, and how to work with sponsors, pretty much everything. So I thought I'd just make this video and try to answer as many of your questions as I can. I'm not a blogging expert. I've been blogging for about 1 year and 5 months. I think I've just really learned what works best for me. And to be completely honest, it really is just a learning process. You learn as you go. You see what works best for you. Certain things that work for me might not work for you. Certain things that might work for you might not work for me. So, like I said, it really is just about learning as you go. I do think that my blog has been pretty successful in the short amount of time that I've been doing it. But for me personally, I still want more. I still want to take things to the next level. I still want to continue to grow and evolve as a blogger with my style, with my content, and everything in general. So I'll do my best to just kind of give you guys a couple of tips and pointers, and hopefully it'll help you, and hopefully it will answer your questions. I wrote some stuff down just to kind of remind myself of some of the things that I want to say. I might end up like rambling and going off on a rant, so I really don't want to do that. I want to just kind of stick to the point. Okay, so just start. Everyone wants to know how to start a blog. Well, just basically, obviously, you can start a blog on Blogger or WordPress. I use Blogger. I think that for me, Blogger is just really easy and simple to use. It's free to use as well. I think WordPress is free too. You can just start off with whatever your name is, .blogspot.com, and then you might get to a point where you want to just take away the blogspot, and you could pay to have a .com or a .net or .org or whatever. You could pay for an actual domain name. For me, right now, mine's still a blogspot, but eventually I'm going to switch it over to a .com. Basically, I'm going to make these answers geared a little bit more towards fashion, obviously, because that's what I do, fashion blogger, style blogger. So to start a fashion blog, I think the most important thing is do it because you love it. You have a passion for it. You have a message that you want to get across, something that you want to share with people. For me, I really started this as a creative outlet for myself. I love just creating. I'm very hands-on, and I really wanted to try and inspire other women with my own personal style, kind of give them new ways to look at fashion and have fun with it, and different ways that they could work on their own style, whether it's finding their style or enhancing their style. I also want to show women that you can look great on a budget. You don't have to break the bank in order to look good. You can shop at stores like Forever 21 and Charlotte Russe and H&M and still have an outfit that makes you stand out and looks amazing, and it doesn't always have to be everything designer from head to toe. So I think that that's really what my message is, and I think that I do a good job of showing that and expressing that to my followers, and I think it makes me very relatable. So that's kind of like my niche, what I've found works best for me. So the first thing is just figuring out what it is that you want your message to be, and make sure that when you start your blog, your posts, your layout, pretty much everything kind of reflects your message, reflects who you are as an individual. So keep in mind that whatever you're writing, whatever you're wearing, it's a representation of who you are. Just like I said, be passionate about it, and start this because you love it, and because you want to create, and because you want to inspire. I wouldn't suggest starting blogging just because you want to get free stuff, because I think that by doing that, you're kind of doing it for the wrong reasons, and you're not truly having a passion for it. And when you're passionate about something, your followers will see that, and they'll admire that, and they'll love that about you. And if you're just doing it because you want to get free clothes, I think that will kind of translate through the way that you are in your blog, and it might just give people I don't want to say a bad impression, but it might give people the wrong impression of who you are. So keep that in mind. So to reiterate, start a blog because you have something to say. Figure out what it is that you want to say, the message that you want to get across. Make sure that everything that you're posting is a good representation of who you are. So really stay true to yourself, and do it because you love it and have fun with it. Blogging is just such a great way to connect with so many people all across the world. It's crazy when I look at my stats sometimes, and I'm like, I can't believe someone in this country, in that country, was on my blog, and they were reading my content, and they were looking at my photos, and that's amazing. The internet is a beautiful thing, and take advantage of that. How to gain a following. It's really about consistency. Be consistent with your posts on your blog and on your social media. Social media is so important. For me, I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I'm on Lookbook, Chicktopia, Pose, Independent Fashion Bloggers. What else am I on? I'm on YouTube, obviously. Literally, I mean, any social media outlet I could be on, I'm on. I'm on Poshmark selling clothes, and I'm also plugging in my website. There's an application on the iPhone called Snapchat where I plug in my website. So literally take advantage of every possible social media outlet that you can, whether it's fashion related or non-fashion related, and promote yourself. If you're not going to promote yourself, no one's going to do it for you. You know, you have to really be the driving force behind your blog, because your blog will become your brand and you're representing your brand. So, you know, you have to work hard at it. Whether you want this to be like a full-time thing, whether you're just doing it for fun, whatever the reason is, you still, you know, you're going to end up taking it seriously, because again, it's something that you're going to love and that you're going to be passionate about. So really be consistent with what you post and really promote yourself on as many platforms as you possibly can. If there's ever an opportunity for you to submit photos or for you to get featured, you know, take the opportunity. You never know what will happen. Worst case scenario is they don't pick you. Best case scenario is they use your stuff, they feature you to a big amount of people, which is more exposure for you. So it's really just about, you know, giving yourself that exposure. If people like what they see, if they, you know, believe in what you're showing them and what you're telling them, if they sense that realness about you, you know, they're going to want to keep coming back for more, and that's how you build up your following. It takes time. You have to have patience. It's not going to happen overnight. You can't expect to start an Instagram page tomorrow and then in 1 month from now have 50,000 followers. I mean, that might work for some people. I don't know how they do it, but it took me a lot of time to get to where I'm at. I'm a little under 40,000 followers on Instagram. You know, I have so many friends that are like, oh my God, you have so many followers, and how did you do it, and da-da-da. And I'm like, yeah, 37,000 is a lot, and like I am so appreciative of that, but I still want more, and I still want more. And I think that's another way to be successful is you want to appreciate what you have, but still strive to be better and still try to keep evolving and keep growing and see, like, again, see what works for you, see what doesn't work for you, whatever's not working for you or whatever your weaknesses are, you know, try to work and focus on turning those into your strengths. Because I always want more, I always want to be better, I always want to do better, and I think that's so important. Whether you're blogging or whatever you're doing in your life, just always try to strive for the best. Working with sponsors. I know some bloggers who, like myself, work with sponsors, and basically if you don't know what a sponsor is, it means that a brand, any type of brand, will reach out to you wanting to send you free merchandise. And then in return, you know, you're wearing their products, or you're trying out their products, and you're, you know, styling their outfits to write a blog post, or you're reviewing their products to make a video. Whatever the case is, you're basically getting free merchandise, and then in return, you know, you're putting in the legwork and you're promoting this company. So make sure that if it comes to a point where you do work with sponsors, that you really stay true to yourself and stay true to your style. Don't say yes to everything unless you truly love the product, if it's something that you really would wear, that you really would buy. Because again, people see right through that, and the last thing that you want is to be known as a blogger who is just doing things, like I said earlier, like to get things for free. Pretty much every time I work with a sponsor, it's because I truly like the product, it's something that I would wear, obviously, and it's something that I would purchase. There have been a lot of times, you know, where I've had to say no, I've had to turn down some brands and companies, and I mean, that just happens. It's not that they don't have good products, it's just that it might not be a good fit for me and for my blog and for the message that I'm trying to get across. So, you know, really just stay true to yourself. Whatever you're wearing, whatever you're posting, again, is a representation of you, and you're putting your stamp of approval on that. And how to work with sponsors, I mean, honestly, you should join like independent fashion bloggers, because they have so many great articles on this stuff, and they have like experts that have been in the industry for such a long time. There's always conferences like IFB and Lucky Fab, which I haven't been able to go to yet. I'm dying to go to the IFB this September. But anytime you see something about like a blogger conference, I mean, go to it and learn as much as you can, and just take in all that information, because they really show you, you know, how you can monetize your blog, and how you can work on gaining more of a following, and how you can work with sponsors. I don't even really know how it happened for me. It kind of happened fast, but it still took some time. You know, I wasn't working with sponsors right away. I don't even know, honestly. I think once I started building a following and, you know, people liked my style or they liked what I was representing, they wanted to reach out to me and they wanted to work with me. So I'm very, very humbled by that. And I'm very, very appreciative and thankful of all the brands that I've worked with. And it's so important to keep a good relationship with the brands that you work with. You know, always follow through, always be professional. And again, it all goes back to knowing, you know, what you want your message to be for your blog. Because if somebody wants to work with you, like, you need to know how to describe your blog and what's going to make you stand out amongst thousands of other bloggers, and why should people want to work with you. So be confident and know what you have to offer. Another thing that I want to talk about is some of the negativity that can come from blogging. And by negativity, I just mean, you know, getting some hurtful or hateful comments every now and then. I think every blogger that I know has received that at least once or twice before. I've gotten it a couple of times. And yeah, you know, we're human. Things can affect us. Things can bother us. It can be a little upsetting sometimes. I just take what I do so seriously because I am so passionate about it and I love it so much that obviously everyone wants everyone to love what they do, but not everyone's going to. You know, style is so personal. If you're confident in what you're wearing and you're comfortable in it and you love it, then at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Because yes, you want to inspire women or inspire whoever, but ultimately you have to do this for you first, you know? So if someone doesn't like what I'm wearing, that's fine. Okay, bye. You know, like it's not going to be a reason. It's not going to stop me from doing what I'm doing. It's not going to stop me from doing what I love. I get dislikes on my YouTube videos. I mean, you're going to get a dislike for everything that you do at some point in your life. So, I mean, who really cares? I've just learned to really focus on my great support system, my amazing followers, the people that I do inspire, the people that admire me for what I do and respect me for what I do. And it's just so important to keep your focus on that. You know, girls have emailed me and said that they're just afraid to start blogging because, you know, they don't want to put themselves out there and get rejected or have someone say mean things about them. You know, some people definitely do take it a little bit more personal than others. Like I said, we're human, that's natural. But really just try to focus on the good things and try to focus on the positive. Me personally, I mean, I see things that I don't like all the time, but I would never ever comment on someone's photo and be disrespectful and be rude to them, calling them names. I just think that's so uncalled for. I just think that's so disrespectful. But not everyone sees it like that, so people just feel like they can say whatever they want because it's their opinion. You know, you can't argue with people like that. You just have to kind of like let it roll off your shoulders. The great thing about social media is that you can delete and you can block. So keep that in mind if it ever comes to that. But yeah, don't let that be a reason why you don't do it. So really just to like reiterate, my biggest blogging tips are know what your message is, stay true to yourself, promote yourself, take advantage of every opportunity that comes your way. Do this because you love it, because you're passionate about it. Let that translate through the things that you post. You know, make sure that whoever you work with or whatever you wear, you know, it's just a good representation of you and it's a product that, you know, you truly believe in. Be consistent, have a good rapport with your followers, and just be patient. You know, like I said before, certain things happen sooner for some people, so don't get discouraged. I think it's so easy to get discouraged if you see someone that might be doing the same thing as you and they're a little bit more successful than you. It doesn't mean that you're not good. It doesn't mean that you don't have what it takes. You do, and you just really, really have to believe in that. You have to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe it, then no one else is going to believe it. So just, you know, at the end of the day, and just have fun with it. Most importantly, have fun with it. This is such a great way to just get creative. And that's another thing, you know, be as creative as you can with your posts. Constantly try to come up with new ideas and new ways to improve yourself, improve your style, improve your blog. I can't even tell you, when I first started, I changed my header on my blog so many different times until I realized, you know what, I just wanted it clean cut and simple. So I just have a love affair with fashion and like a corally peachy pink color, which is one of my favorite colors, and it's in script. Girls also ask me like how to make their layout, but I mean, to be honest, I can't tell you, you know, what to put on your blog, because it's about you, it's not about me. So just have fun with it, test things out, try it out, see what works, see what doesn't. And yeah, I mean, I think I think we touched on everything that I wanted to. If you have any other questions about anything, I might have skipped over something, feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll definitely try to answer your questions. So I hope that this helped you out. If you have a blog right now, just keep going at it full force. You'll definitely get to where you want to be in time. And if you're about to start a blog, just be confident about it and be passionate about it, and I'm sure it'll turn out great. So thanks so much for following me and for taking the time to check out my posts and to check out my videos. You guys are amazing. I have a few other videos lined up coming soon, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at nattybaby. Follow my blog if you're not already, alofafashion.blogspot.com. Like me on facebook.com/afashionloveaffair. And I think that's it. So bye guys.